It's Transformers time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Transformers masterpiece MP-46 Black Widow, also known as Blackarachnia from Beast Wars. And I'm super excited for that because I'm a Beast Wars guy. So we got another edition in Blackarachnia, highly anticipated, really a show favorite, and also a little bit of fan service to some people. I'm saying that because I was never a big fan of spider boobs as in terms of fan service, but I am a fan of the figure character, so let's have a look. Do not watch if you have arachnophobia. I'm not kidding. I hate spiders, and this makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, especially with the legs and everything. Overall size of, I'm just gonna focus on the body because I feel like that's the most important part. Pretty much 7.5 centimeters to the top of the spider bot from head to the big booty, and that would mean she goes up to 3.1 inches overall. So yeah, texturing the mold looks absolutely fantastic. It's really disgusting. The eyes, all the small eyes, are very nicely painted. You have all the detail in there, and it's really shiny. You have a little bit of it looks a little bit metallic in the legs, because it's part robot, I guess. And on the surface, this looks like a spider, and I cannot complain about it. Problem though, if you start to turn things around, there's definitely a robot under there, and there's definitely some robot legs sticking out of the side, and whatever the hell this is. So, I mean, it's still a pretty convincing spider, and I get it. I don't want to give them too much flag anymore because it's a transformer. It has to transform. If it's not transforming, then you're not doing a masterpiece transformer. So you have to fit all of this, the Blackarachnia body, into this mold, and it's still pretty small, so I'm okay with them condensing it like that. So, head has a little bit of movement, articulation for the spider. Have a hinge that goes up and down, also has rotation. Do these things move? Yes. You can open her fangs, and there's also some wiggle room in the chest area, but that's more for the transformation. That's really just to lift it up. If you want to play around with it, all the legs are on ball joints, which are way too small. As such, they fall off way too quickly. Depends on how you rotate it. It's really, the rotation is pretty limited. It does kind of lift up the weight, but it's really hard with the butts. There's too much in it, and then you got one simple hinge in every single leg, so you can really have some decent poses. You have the robot arms on the here, which can be rotated up and down to get some more stuff out of your spider legs. Can it be done? Like yeah, there you go. You just have to put these one enough to the back, so she actually holds the stands like that, which is pretty impressive. And then there's robot mode. Yes. But regardless of that, let's have a look first at the size real quick before we get into the juicy details. Stands at about 15 centimeters to the top of her head, which means we're going up to pretty much 6 inches, a little shy of 6 inches tall. Overall look and detail of the figure, it's fantastic. It is so good looking, starting off with the face. Very nice and detailed, super show accurate. Everything that's there is right in place. Got the nice kind of gold metallic going on throughout the entire helmet, and some lines on the side, molded, and those weird spider, whatever the hell this is. The spider butt that turns into the helmet, I guess. Or the eyes. I don't really know, but it looks good. Got the back, which is nicely covered up. There's no kibble whatsoever, but it's more like, in this situation, the kibble was really on the animal mode, on the spider mode. This one, yeah, it looks great. You have the boobage with the spider legs drawn on it. Look fantastic. There's no bleeding on it. There's some very thin lines, and for whatever reason, they're a little bit sharp. You can tell by how the light is radiating off of this part, and I don't know why they did that. There's a Predacon logo. I wanted to say Decepticon, but no, it's definitely Predacon. Tons of detail in the arms. Got them weird spider claws going on. And the spider legs are in the back, and you can turn it around how you want to. Like, really, you have ton of movement with the spider legs as this before. You still have this on a swivel, and you still have all of them on ball joints. So if you want the scenes where she shoots from her spider legs, you just turn it around and you go pew pew pew, right? You can do that then for more detail. It's also nice and shiny. I like the gold metallic, but the black, it's really, as you can tell, the light is radiating off of it, giving it really a nice robotic look, and I dig that. Speaking of, like, I want to have another look at this. Like, how nice it is. Purple line is painted, and just the small lines over there. It is very clean. No bleeding whatsoever throughout all of it. Moving down to the hips, got the legs with some more purplish blue. I say purplish blue because I'm legit colorblind, and I don't know if it's more purple or it's more blue. So there you got with that. And the legs, same thing. Look at the paint job. Look at the darker lines that go down here. It's so clean. It gives it such a great, amazing look. And it's like a little bit pixelized to really give it kind of that also low-res look of the show. They didn't do that with the spider legs though, but it's just, I'm just saying. And down to the feet with them heels. And by the way, she's pretty stable. At first I was like, this is not working. You have these tiny feet, and this is a weird pose, but anyway, you have these tiny feet with just like the heel. But no, like on the fly I can just do a pose, something like that, because you have a rocker also. It's not a weird pose. But anyway, if I'm talking about poses, how about we talk about the articulation? So I would say the articulation is also some of the best. For the head, you got a hinge ball combination, so you can move it back and forth on the hinge, rotates all the way around, and also does tilt side to side. Because it does have some room for the shoulder articulation. You got this golden piece, this shoulder pad, which can move up and down, but you can also rotate on it. Same thing for the shoulder itself, does move down, but it is very, very stiff, so be careful with that. There's really a lot of joints are tight, and it's weird because she's such a small figure, so I don't get it. Moves up, rotates around, got a swivel here and here, it rotates over this point at the entire range, 360 degrees. And then you got another one over here. The claw moves up and down over here, and have another hinge on this point. The entire claw, upper part, have a hinge on the upper part, and have a hinge for the second part of the claw. And you got the same thing at the lower part, moves up all the way, and really got some cool stuff. Posability of the claws. There's a lot of it in there. Chest articulation, there's not really much anything going on because it's tucked in with the back. So we don't have anything over here, but if you loosen it up, you could technically move it up, I guess, but leave a gap. I'm not gonna play around too much with it right now under the camera. Again, everything is so tight. Be careful with it, so not break anything off. The hips, they rotate out to the side, have a tiny bit of wiggle motion. You can force it a little bit if you, I guess, move this up, so it gets more side-to-side movement. Legs, move out to the side quite a bit, move forward for some high kicks, move to the back. Those are surprisingly loose, and even you can pull it out to reveal some more stuff. Move out, move up, completely movable, looks weird, but hey, if you want to do that, you can. Thigh swivel goes all the way around. Ball hinge, well, not really ball hinge, this is a ball, but it's just a hinge that's in there, doesn't rotate at all. I just tried. And then you got the legs, well, the feet have a very nice pivot, go side to side, ankle rocker, and this kind of went back in. Where's the heel go? Heel up there, and doesn't really move side to side, but that's really it, and it's still very good for Transformer. Now here's a crazy amount of accessories she comes with. First and foremost, we have a card like all the Masterpiece guys, and also I got this. Woo! I didn't really expect that. Shout out to TF Robots. I got the pin. I got the Blackarachnia collector's pin, so I can actually show you that one. MP-46. Probably not gonna take it out of plastic. Gonna leave that nice in the box. You know, if I want to get married at some point, just like, I have something for you. Is it a ring? No, it's a collector's pin. What? That's so romantic. Okay, I'm stupid. Regardless of that, here's all the stuff. Anchor shot. You got an anchor shot for the gun. We have the nice Predacon logo on there, and you also have the gun. It's so clean. I like those molded on rings, which are painted in white. I really gotta give them props. So having so many fingernails and whatnot, where I have unclean paint, this masterpiece is truly a masterpiece. So you can put the hookshot in there. Don't really have a shooting mechanism. And then you have this anchor shot with a blue rope on it for the spider mode. You put that in the spider's butt and you can hang it from somewhere to scare the piss out of people. And then you got this visor thingy, which I don't remember from what episode it was. But that was really important at some point. I think it was pretty late in the show. Very nicely painted again, and you got an extra rope for that. Does it have wire in there? No, just plastic. Don't get any wires with that, so we can't really move it around. Harsh things. Then you got the faces, if they want to focus. Yeah, there we go. You got the green eyes for when she shoots her lasers. I think the eye lasers, right? And then you got a kind of kissy face. I don't really know. Weird. Then you got the spider web, which is connected. Has to be connected in 4 pieces. And you have all of this. You combine all this stuff. So you can have the spider chill in the web, but you can also have the robot mode chill in the web, and I will try that out in just a second because you have a base, which is weird to me because Megatron didn't come with a base, but you get one for Blackarachnia because, then again, I guess it's for all that stuff, and that's the accessories. So, okay, little word of advice. So I'm trying to put it on the web, and these stupid instructions tell me get out of my way. The instructions, I'm sorry for telling you stupid, but it shows me to just lift up her butt pad because it shows the peg under there where you're supposed to put it in. And yeah, I cannot move up my butt flap. I've been trying for I don't know how long, and as you can tell, the plastic was like, nope, we're not lifting up the butt flap. So I have this now. As such, I will not continue to try and move up the butt flap. I will just kind of condense the entire backpack. So yeah, just making a little backpack. There you have the peg, and then this is supposed to go in there, very tight. And yeah, then you can pose it with the web. Yippee! Almost broke off the butt flap, but there you go. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is quite a sight. I mean, I'm impressed. This is like full-fledged diorama stuff, and you can play even more around with like the webs and whatnot. Final thoughts of this figure. Yeah, I mean, robot mode is fantastic. Not a single complaint, except for maybe the butt flap that doesn't want to flap up. Maybe I did something wrong there, I don't know. The joints are really, really tight, which can be good, but also can be bad. Be very, very, very ultra super nice and careful with this figure. Otherwise, I'm afraid it will break off in some parts. The articulation is amazing, and the only real downside is, I guess, spider mode, which I get it. I'm not gonna rag on it too much because you have to compress all of this humanoid spider robot into a small spider. I think this figure is amazing. I think this figure looks amazing. And, you know, like I'm saying, the only bad parts I can say is that the spider mode could be a little bit cleaner, but it's still well done. And I guess just a nitpicky part is that the spider legs keep falling off because the ball joints are way too small, which they are connected with. But for the rest of it, just look at what's in front of you. And I think it's amazing. It does come at a price. The masterpiece has been racking up the prices, but with all the stuff I'm getting here, I'm not even hating too much on that. So that's gonna do it, guys. I do recommend this figure. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Blackarachnia wants.